Hey everybody, this is Kevin back with a Serious Man, and today's video is part 2 of the best features and tips for iOS 15 and 15.1. I've got 12 exciting features I can't wait to show you guys, so let's dive in. Alright, so the first feature we're going to go over is the ability to reorganize your homepage. What you want to do is tap and hold on the dots you see at the bottom of your screen until your icons start to wiggle, and then once those start dancing around, you're going to tap on those dots one more time, and you'll see the home pages that you guys have set up. Now, if you want to hide those pages, all you have to do is tap on the check mark that's underneath them. You got to have at least one page available. It's not going to let you hide all of them. But if you want to reorganize them, you want to tap and hold on any of the card icons and then put them however way that you guys want. Once you've done that, you tap on any blank space and then tap on done at the top right hand corner, and this will finish your setup. Next feature is the ability to set a custom text size within specific apps. So what we're going to do is go down to settings. We have to enable it under the control center and then scroll down until you see text size. And for this example, we're going to go to the Notes app. We're going to swipe down to find our control center, and it's going to be this icon here with the 2 A's. If you 3D touch on that, you can see on the right hand side it says text size all apps. You're going to move that over to the Notes app or whatever app it is that you're using, and then use the slider to adjust the size. One thing you do want to note is that this feature is only supported in apps where the developer has enabled it, so it may not work in all apps, but feel free to give it a try and see what app suits you best. Alright, so the next feature is going to be the ability to find your iPhone even when it's lost and turned off. To enable this, you have to go down to settings, tap on your iCloud, then Find My, and then Find My iPhone. Make sure the Find My iPhone toggle is on, and in iOS 15 and 15.1, you have these 2 new features called Find My Network and Send Last Location. With these both turned on, your iPhone will be able to be detected even when it's off because it's still technically connected to a radio signal. And a further enhancement in the Find My app is called Lost Mode. So by opening this, say your iPhone is lost, you go down to where it says Mark as Lost and you want to activate. And then this brings up a lot of settings that you can use, such as the activation lock, passcode required, iPhone protected. The one that I like the best is the leave a message, where this can send a phone number or a custom text message to your device that will display, letting the person who has your device know to, hey, I want to call this person, or where to deliver your lost device. Alright guys, so the next feature we're going to go over is one of the most, well, not the feature, but something that happened in Safari is kind of controversial, and that is Apple deciding to move the the address bar to the bottom of the screen. A lot of people find that bad, but personally I think it's one of my favorite features about Safari now, but that's not the feature. What we're going to discuss is, for one, how to refresh without actually tapping on the refresh button. It's simple. All you do is tap and hold your browser window down, and then release, and boom, it refreshes. Another good feature about Safari is that, say if you have multiple tabs or multiple browser windows open and they're all the same thing, you can group those together in what's called a tab group. So what you want to do is hit on this button here, and then you want to go there, and then you're going to see new tab group. So we're going to do new empty tab group. We're going to tap on that. We're going to name it. Cool. And then boom, it creates a tab group with your name, and you can create as many tabs in this, where something like food or real estate or electronics. Those are pretty cool. And continuing on with Safari, we can change the background images of Safari when we're like opening up a new window. All you need to do is open up a new window and scroll down to where it says Edit. And then right there near the bottom, you see background image. It's already got some presets up there. So if you tap on one of those, it's going to preset it. We'll close that out, and there's our image. You can also add a custom image by tapping on the plus sign, and then it's going to load up your photos. I'll just select one of those, and then boom, there's your custom photo. And speaking of photo content, this next group of features has some really nice things you can do with and how you send photos. So we'll start things off by showing you something that's been added to the live photos. We'll start by going into the camera app, and I'm going to take a live photo real quick. All right. And then once I go back in here and open it up, on the top left-hand side, there's a little tab where it says live. Tapping on that brings you the loop, bounce, and long exposure options for your live photo. And this is similar to like the boomerang that we see in Instagram. If I tap on loop, give it a sec, it's going to change the photo into a loop. And I can go back in here and change it to a bounce, which kind of gives like this springy bounce. There you see it. And long exposure sometimes takes a second process, but it adds long exposure to your picture, which gives it this really nice blur effect. So anybody here that's into like photography and you want to take something or a picture of something that's moving and give it a nice effect, just take a live photo and switch over to long exposure. All right, and another feature that Apple borrowed over from a popular social media app, we're not going to say any names, but here's a quick way to Snapchat, it takes snaps inside your default camera app. So what you want to do is open up the camera app and then switch over to video. And now when we press and hold in the record button, it takes a quick picture, and once we release it, it stops. Let me show that again. So I press and hold it in and then release, takes that snap and saves it the same way the Snapchat app does. And if you want to record video the same way you would normally, all you do is press in and hold that button and then slide it over to this log icon and then release. And now it's recording the same way that it would normally. And to stop that, you just press the record button. Easy peasy. Okay, now for this next feature, we're gonna go to the Notes app and let's open up a new note. We're gonna add a photo. Choose one, and I'm going to use these 3 pictures as an example. Let's add. And the feature is, notice that when you add photos to your notes, they're very big and they take up a lot of the screen space. You can now make those pictures smaller by 3D touching on one of the pictures and then go into where it says small images, and notice after that, now the pictures that you've added are a lot smaller and you can see a lot of the content that you've had inside of your notes. All right, guys, and the last feature we're going to go over is the skip silence and voice memos. So let's open up the voice memos app and tap on one of the recordings that I've got here. All right, and when you do that, you see this little menu here on the left-hand side. Let's go ahead and tap on that. And you've got some new options added to your voice memos. You can speed it up, slow it down. You can enhance the recording. And the one we're going to pay attention to today is called the skip silence. What this does is, say if you've recorded a long memo and you have multiple points of dead air inside of that voice memo, you can easily skip over that by enabling this feature. And what iOS will do is that it will just group up the areas of that recording where it recognizes sound. So let's say if I do this is a recording, iOS will recognize those dead air moments, and when I enable the skip silence feature, that moment now transforms to this is a recording. So that's pretty cool. This is a recording. So there we have it. You know, it's good to see how Apple is integrating social and productive features into iOS. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out part 1 of the feature series, as well as like and subscribing for more great videos. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. Peace.